So when Eve, the snake tempted her to eat the fruit, and she did. This is a life lesson to us. So the snake is the person who is tempting us to do something wrong, and we're Eve. We'd rather not do it, or we do it. Eve decided to do it, but we're today supposed not to do it. But then, Adam did it too. But Adam at the time did not know that was the forbidden fruit.
Are you sure?
Remember, we read that part of the Bible, and it said Adam did not know.
We gotta double check that. Go ahead.
Yeah, but and since Adam ate it, they both were punished. Then they realized they were naked, so they covered themselves in leaves from a nearby fig tree. Then they hid from God because they knew God specifically said not to eat from that tree.
See, now that tells me that what you just said is that Adam didn't know. But why would he hide himself if he didn't know?
Because then he realized that they were naked. Because at first he did not realize it.
Yeah, but that meant that when he ate the fruit, he did recognize that he wasn't supposed to eat the fruit.
No, because Adam told him when they started hiding. Eve told him that was true.
No, God gave Adam the command first before he even created Eve.
Oh.
Because remember, he put Adam to sleep and took a rib from Adam and created Eve. From what the Bible says, Adam was created first. Eve came second because he felt that Adam was alone in the Garden of Eden, and he wanted him to have someone there when God was, doing whatever else that he chose to do.
Oh, yeah.
But
why would he still eat it? That's my question.
That is the question.
Why would he still eat it if he knew it was a fruit that she told him not to eat?
That's the question everyone asks.
Oh, because I know why. Because Eve probably did exactly what the snake said. Said it to Adam. So that because she knew it tempted her, so she probably said the same things the snake said, and tempted him to eat it.
You think?
Maybe. Or it's just that he did not really care about God's commands and ate it either way.
Eve?
No, Adam. It's one of those two that Eve tempted him to eat it, or he disobeyed God completely and ate it either way.
See, in the Bible, when it talks, it says their eyes were open. So it makes you assume that either him, Adam, and her were there together, and the snake was talking to Eve, and Adam was there.
But the thing is, it only mentioned at the tree with the snake. Where he only said Eve.
But it doesn't say that Adam wasn't there.
But it didn't say he was there either.
Correct. That's a good rebuttal. So, but Adam...
There's multiple ways that Adam maybe have eaten. There's multiple ways. He maybe just straight downright to disobey God. Maybe he was there with Eve while the snake was tempting her. Or Eve tempted him to eat it. Because remember, Eve is Adam's wife. So, sometimes you'll listen to your wife sometimes. Most of the time you'll listen to your wife. So maybe it was just because that they're husband and wife, and he listened to his wife, and then that's what got him to eat it, or he just didn't listen to God, or he was there while the snake was tempting him. One of those three possibilities.
So let me ask you a question. If you were to get married, and God told you not to do something, but your wife also got the information, but she decided to choose to do what she wanted to do, and then come to you and say, you know what, I think you should do this with me, but you knew God told you not to do it, what would you do?
I have a lot of experience with this here. It's here in itself. When y'all tell me not to eat an extra piece of candy, or you can't do this, you can't do that, instead of me listening, I would just do it anyways. And the punishments were harsh. And that's just the punishments were just of earthly things. Imagine what God can do to you in heaven and stuff like that. He maybe just take that and put you in HE double hockey sticks maybe. So I'll probably not listen to her. I'll say, you can go on your own path. I'm going to go on this path.
Okay.
So I'll tell her, no, you can do that, but I'd rather stay with God than stay with you, because this is only of earthly things. I'd rather go to heaven, where things that are earthly, we have abundance of things that we usually work hard to get on earth. So I'd rather go to heaven where it's really not that hard to get things, but you still have to worship God like you do on earth. But it's fun worshiping God, so there's nothing different. But that you don't have to pay bills and stuff like that. You won't have to do any of that. So I would say I'd rather go to heaven than HE double hockey sticks, because all of the bad things I've done in my life, I would just keep on repeating it over and over and over again.
Isn't that?
So I'd rather not do that. I would rather go up into heaven.
So let me ask this. When you're married, the Bible says that the man is the head of the household. If that's your wife and she's choosing to do that, isn't it your job to help guide her and help her?
I would probably tell her, stop. And if she doesn't stop, the things I would usually get her, I would stop getting her until she stops. Going out to fancy places.
But how will that help her? Because she may not understand why you're telling her.
I would probably at a certain time, I'll probably have a talk with her and tell her why you should stop, and if you don't stop, what will happen to you, and the possibilities, what will happen to you if you don't stop still, and if you keep on going, something worse than what I just said would happen. But if you stop, you can go to heaven, and all his bills and taxes and stuff, you don't have to do all of that, and you just gotta worship God.
And it'll make your life better together.
And it'll make our relationship better. So I'm advising you to stop that bad thing you're doing, because it's gonna hurt you. When it comes to the judgment of who's gonna go to heaven, or can I say the HE double hockey sticks?
You can say it like that.
Okay, when it comes to judgment to go to heaven or HE double hockey sticks, you'll probably be chosen to go to HE double hockey sticks, because God clearly said to both of us not to do that specific thing. So since you disobeyed Him, you can ask for forgiveness, but before you do, you have to ask for me to give you forgiveness. No, I will ask her to give me forgiveness.
No, you have to be honest. And I'm going to be honest with you for you to understand. God is before you. So your wife, when the Lord gives you your wife, and your wife is given to her, God comes before both of you. You have to love God more than you love your wife. And your wife has to love God more than she loves you. That means, and I'm getting to the point, that means that whatever God tells your wife to do, that's what she should do. Of course, she will bring it to you and talk to you about it. And majority of the time, God would have already told you what He told her. Vice versa. Majority of the time, God would have told her what He told you. So when y'all come together and talk, y'all have an understanding. That's why it's important to love God more than you love yourself, because then you'll make decisions that will first honor God and then also honor your relationship. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
First, you ask God for forgiveness, and then you ask each other for forgiveness, because your forgiveness for her or her forgiveness for you means nothing if God didn't forgive you.
Oh, okay. Now, now I got it. So first, since I just learned that, so I would tell her, go ask God for forgiveness if you're going to stop. Because
So that means you're saying it has to be sincerely out of her heart.
Yeah, so like if you're going to stop, you have to go ask God for forgiveness. But if you're not going to stop, that's your path. That's your path to HE double hockey sticks right there. So I'd rather you.
That's why you're young. You're 9 years old, and you're still growing, and you pray that God sends you the right person.
Like you do with Dad.
Yeah, you can't just settle for anybody, you know, because settling for anybody can cause you to have a miserable life, and you don't want that, right?
Yes.
Well, that's all I wanted to record. I felt this was a very interesting conversation.
The thing is, with what I read, it really surprised me because when I read it, it said only Eve was there. So I'm like, if only Eve was there, and how did Adam eat the fruit? But maybe because he at the time he didn't know, but maybe he just didn't know what the fruit actually looked like. Because he said because God said didn't just say he didn't say not to touch it. He said to stay away from the tree altogether. So he maybe just doesn't know what the fruit looks like and ate it because he thought it was some fruit from other trees.
That's an interesting theory. But you know what?
Because it maybe look like a fruit that they usually eat. So he maybe just thought it was like another like type of apple or pear or something like that.
Well, that's an interesting theory. We should talk to Dad about that more. But that was a good reading you did today. All right. Love you.
Bye.